So in this video, what we're going to do is make some little Rice Krispie square treats, which are ideal for kids' parties. We're going to make them look like the TNT boxes that you get on Angry Birds. Now, I'm just going to use the Kellogg's squares, but you can make your own Rice Krispie treats. Now, I couldn't get hold of the plain normal ones, so I've got chocolate ones here. So I'm just going to pile them up high and I'm going to make them square. So what I'll do is measure how tall they are when you put two together. So it's about 4.5 centimetres. So what I'm going to do now is measure about 4.5 centimetres this way, which actually might be about half the block. So let's see. Oh yeah, fantastic. So that's half way across our block. So we're going to cut down through. Try and if you can, to keep it in a straight line. Okay. I'm going to use these then as the insides of our little boxes. And it's a nice idea instead of cupcakes is this. And then I'll do the same with this other one I've got. Obviously you can make more than me. I just only bought 3 of these, so 3 will have to do. Hopefully I've got that about central. So once we've got our Rice Krispies in our cubed shapes, I'm going to take some brown fondant. So I've dyed some fondant a brown colour, and I'll just pull off a little bit and work with a small amount at a time. And we're just going to roll it out reasonably thin. You don't want it like so thin that you see all the bumps through on the Rice Krispie squares, but you don't want it too thick that the kids are just going to be eating a huge amount of icing. So I'm just going to leave mine probably about that, maybe ever so slightly thinner. And what I'm going to do is just stick that on there so that I can see size-wise how it fits. And I'm just going to cut around the edges. Okay, so that should then be roughly the same size as my bottom piece. Now, if you find it sticks without having to add any glue, edible glue or anything, then just leave it on as it is. If not, just stick a bit of water onto it, okay? Ooh. So you're going to do the same for each piece. What I'll do is I'll just put that on top of that, and I'll cut round again so that it's the same size. Okay, and then we'll stick that on this side. So I'm just going to push it on like so. Do the same for all our other sides now. Okay, so once you've done that on all your sides, what you can do is put lines in front now for our box. So we'll start in the middle. And what I'm going to do is just use my ruler and run the edge along for creating the lines. So I'm going to guess where the middle is. So it's roughly there, and I'm just going to push in to create a line like so. And then I'm going to put another one just here at the side and another one just here. Okay, I'm going to repeat that on all the sides. So once you've done it on all your sides, what we're going to do is take in a bit more brown. We're going to roll this out nice and flat. Again, it doesn't need to be too thick. You can roll it thinner than what we did for covering the Rice Krispie squares. And what we're going to do now is cut some strips. So we're just going to cut a nice straight line across there, and then we're going to cut another one. What we're going to do is put an outline around the edge of our box now. We're going to do it about this thickness, but what we're going to do is we're going to fold it over so that it goes over 2 sides. And we'll do another one the same. And we'll cut a straight edge along the bottom of these. And what I'm going to do is just put a little bit of water onto the back of them so that they stick. And I'm now going to run it along the side of my box. Now, I'm going to leave a little gap because it doesn't need to start directly from the top. And I'm going to fold it over so it goes over to the next side, and I'm just going to cut it here like so. Do the same on the other side. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing okay. Ooh, to help if I'm using my knife the right way around. And we're going to put this now along the top, folding it over, covering our corners, trim it. Just going to push that over at the edges. And what you're going to do is you're going to repeat that on every side so that you've got a border going all the way around the edge. So we're just going to put that to one side now. We're going to make our little TNT sign. So I've just got a small amount of white fondant. You can use modelling paste if you find it easier. And we're just going to roll it out nice and thin. And I'm just going to cut a strip like that. And I'm just going to put it against my box so I can see roughly what kind of size I want it to be. So we'll start with about that size. It's better having it a little bit bigger, and then if you want to cut it down, you can cut it down. If you cut it too small, obviously you'll have to start again with it. So that is about what I want size-wise. So I'm just pushing in the corners a tiny bit on mine. And I'm just going to add a tiny bit of water to the back so that I can stick it on. And we're just going to stick it on at a slight angle, like that. Now you can have it on just one side of your box if you want, or you can stick it on all the sides if you prefer. And what we're going to do now is just take some red food colouring and we're just going to paint on the front. So I've just got a red food colour in here. So I'm just going to, it's quite thick is this one, I'm just going to mix it on my brush with a little bit of water. And we're literally just going to write TNT on. Now I'm going to start with the middle letter so that I know that I've got it in the centre. Otherwise what you tend to find is that you end up with everything lopsided if you start from one side. So if you're going to spend longer than me getting it a bit neater with your writing, you can do. Okay. So that's it, that's all you have to do. Like I say, they do make nice treats and it's a change from having cake or cupcakes. And of course you can always finish it off by adding a little Angry Bird to the top. Have a look at my other Angry Bird videos. Thank you for watching.
If you liked this video and would like to see more, please click on the images of the other videos suggested. Also, please do subscribe to my channel using the button at the bottom right hand corner of the screen. You can also visit my cake website and my Facebook page to see more cakes and ideas.